Swole Benji here with an Age of Empires 4 build order guide for the Holy Roman Empire. This is a 4v4 fast Imperial. Now, this match here on screen is actually one of my worst matches, okay? This one I get Imperial around, I think, 11 minutes, 30 seconds, 12 minutes, something like that. But it is possible to get faster ones. Here's one at 10 minutes, 30 seconds, okay? And I'm going to show you the build order right now. It's going to pop it up on screen. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk about this build order. So if you want, you can pause it, you can study it, you can try it out. But I'm going to go over it in the match, all right? Now, I just want to say that while you do a 4v4, hold on, there we go. Let me turn all these off. 4v4 is currently not ranked. 4v4 does not have elo. 4v4 is something that people usually don't rush on. So this build only really works on 4v4, 3v3s. Don't try this build on in a 1v1. You'll get rushed. You'll get walled off. You'll get killed. And unless you just really want to just be, you know, it's a very risky build. But the point is that you're going to hit tier 4. And for the Holy Roman Empire, not only do you have little prelates or prelots, however you say it, that will increase your gathering speed, but when you hit tier 4, you basically get a town center that is strong as 4 town centers, which means you will have 5 town centers worth of production about 11 minutes into the game, which will allow you to hit population cap incredibly quickly. I usually get 100 villagers, and then I have like 20 barracks that can just spam out units the entire time, and I never run out of resources. And that is amazing in 4v4. So let me show you other players real quick and how often they get to tier 3 and 4. And this is pretty much the average, okay? This guy got tier 3 13 minutes in, tier 4 way later. This guy got tier 3 way after I'm tier 4, and he also rushed tier 4, but look at his population. He was not able to boom, he was not able to mass units, and yeah, so bummer on him. And then this guy, look how much later he got tier 3. He was trying to boom here in his age 2, right? In the feudal age, but he hits castle here. I'm already pop capped, and he never even made it to age 4. This guy again, age 3, age 4, but he doesn't get a higher population until way later in the match. Same deal, 3 and then 4, so much later. These guys are so late. This guy hits tier 3 slightly after I've hit tier 4. It's tier 4 way too late, doesn't really get any population boom. And then finally this guy, tier 3 into tier 4, but by the time he's got like 100 units, I'm sitting at 200. I've dumpstered some of my units, built him back up, and he's still at 100. So this build, it lets you just smash, okay? I'm going to show you the replay right now. I'm going to talk about how it works. Now, I want to talk about Holy Roman Empire, HRE as it's called. The Chinese is the most played civilization in 4v4 because they have Fire Lancers and they have Nest of Bees. Now, Holy Roman Empire have the best spearmen in the entire game, okay? They have more armor and they run faster. So, Holy Roman Empire is the counter to Chinese, but Chinese, if they let you get to that 20-minute mark, they lose, okay? And because the majority of people play Chinese, you have a huge advantage playing 4v4s. This is the most fun build order, and it's incredibly simple. All right, so I'm going to pause it real quick, and it's going to scroll over because I do move my mouse to activate this on the screen. Here's the build order once again. Check it out. Pause the video. 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about it now, okay? Let's see it in action, okay? The very first thing I do as soon as the match begins, and I'm going to switch to player score so you can just see how overpowered this is. We select the town center. I'm going to press E for a prelate, and then QQQ, just spam Qs until I use up all my food, and then I'm going to right-click the sheep right here. So the prelate will pop out at the sheep. These 6 villagers that I start with all go on the sheep. They all immediately go on the sheep. As soon as I'm done with that, I click my scout, I give them a nice hotkey, and then I scout towards the enemy base, okay? So you can see here, if I scout behind me, yeah, there might be sheep, that's fine. But if I scout towards the enemy base, then the enemy can't steal my sheep. Now this is a bad example matchup, and I wanted to show you guys the worst example so that you know how much better this can be. My berry spawn is very far away from my gold spawn, which if I put the chapel here, I'm going to talk about the chapel in a minute for those that don't know. The chapel is going to give a huge AoE influence circle that will increase all gathering by 40%. It's really powerful, but I didn't quite, it's not really close enough to my liking, because I like it near wood as well, but I'll get into that later. So my scout's going to go towards the enemy base, but kind of around my base to get some sheep. Now, in this match, my sheep do get stolen. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the map here, and let me unpause it, and let's begin. Now, I also want to go over the build order here. As soon as the prelate pops out, he's going to inspire all these sheep slaughterers to harvest the sheep faster. I guess he's giving them a guilt trip. The first villager to pop out of the town center will make a house slightly further away than the gold mine, and then he will immediately make a mining camp next to the gold mine, okay? So then the next 3 villagers will all go to gold. Now this one here is going to start mining, but the mining camp isn't done yet, okay? But as soon as this finishes construction, it will be ready for this person to turn in their gold. Okay? Now, and again, this build order is incredibly simple and easy. It's so easy to remember, it's brainless almost, right? So now that we have 4 on gold, I'm switching over to the nearest tree, okay? So this is my 1 wood guy. We have 1 guy on wood. This one lone hero chopping the trees right here. That's his job. He's going to chop trees until we are in the Imperial age, okay? Yes, that's right. My prelate... Oh, by the way, do you hear the noises? The whistling noises and the scout making noises? Whenever your scout whistles or says something, that means he spotted the enemy. So, let me see. Where's the scout at? Oh, I think it already happened. But essentially, the enemy scout starts stealing my sheep. Anyway, so let's continue now. Alright, so this 1 wood guy, his job is the builder. So as soon as he gets 50 wood, he's going to pump out a mill near the berries. Now, I could have put this mill a little bit closer to the other berries, so that's my bad. It should have been right here, but whatever. This is a bad example, okay? But I wanted to show you the bad one because it's so darn good it doesn't matter if you mess up, okay? Also, in this match, I do kind of have a few idle villagers. I kind of forget to queue up villagers at some point. Now, I actually ran out of sheep. Also, I want to mention, right? Because you're putting all your villagers on food after the 1 wood guy, as soon as you can go to tier 2, that's when you have all of your food guys start building the chapel. You will still have leftover food. Those will be queued into berries or sheep. Technically, at this part of the game, which is like, what, 3 minutes in, you should still have plenty of sheep left, but I either didn't scout the sheep in time, which, like, there's one there, and there's one there that I never grabbed, because this guy grabbed all the forward sheep, which I didn't get to show you. But anyway, the point is that this 1 wood guy, he's going to be the one building the house. So right now, he's chopping wood, plus 22 a minute. And what he's going to do is he will build the house before we reach 20, and that's completely fine. Then he will build a mill down near the deer, because deer have more food on them than berry bushes. So we don't want to build next to another berry bush, okay? And by the time... it helps to try to pick the food source near a big cluster of trees, because that's going to be what we're harvesting when we hit Imperial. Don't worry, I'll show you. It'll all make sense. From here on out, though, after the wood guy, all your villagers go on food until you're Imperial age, okay? So it's 4 on gold, 1 on wood, and then the rest on food, okay? And your 6 starters all go on food. And you basically just pull all your food guys to build the chapel. Now, what the chapel does is, when you put that prelate, whatever, when you throw him in here, this big circle is going to influence every single person to harvest 40% faster. Now, I've played around with this so much, and I have found that you must always inspire your gold miners. You must always give them the inspiration. Now, I actually messed up in this match, I believe. Let me just see here. The prelate is not garrisoned in the building for a while. I actually screwed this up, but it's fine. We still hit that fast Imperial anyway without it, okay? So right now, no one's getting inspired. We're basically just a normal civilization. So that is my bad. I actually get some more sheep here, and you can dump the sheep off near the mill. It's fine. Those berries won't run out for a while, but how long does it take until I realize he's not... Look how long... Yeah, he finally went inside. Now, if you look here, here's the buff, 40% faster gathering rate. And it also reaches some of the people that walk through here. What the heck? Oh, this is my wood guy. He's building the mill. He built a house somewhere earlier. Yeah, he built a house right there. And he's going to go back and chop wood. Preferably, you would want your wood choppy guy to chop within this circle, but I don't do that because this one is really far away from a turn-in point. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's one right there. Now, I actually had to pull... I just want to mention, I had to pull another one off wood because I screwed up with that prelate, okay? Earlier on, if I put him in this building as soon as it was built, I wouldn't have need to pulled one guy off food for wood. So that's my bad. That's just for this match. Again, this is the worst example I can give you, but the results are still amazing, okay? So, right now, we're going to age 3, and we're building the cathedral. Now, this one here, you put in relics, and it gives you way more resources. And then later on in Imperial, when you research the extra food and stone and all that stuff, It's just free resources all the time. And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you right now, because there is no ELO, there is no ranking 4v4, it's just kind of fun mess around mode, a lot of people don't even get the relics. So we're out of berries, we're out of sheep. I'm still queuing villagers to food, and now they are gathering the deer. Now, they are out of range of the pre-lot. I have tried so many different variants where I build pre-lots to inspire these guys. It doesn't make it any faster, okay? All you gotta worry about is your gold guys. They always need to be inspired, because by the time you reach the food amount, which was 1920, I believe? Yeah, you need 1920 and 960 gold. And look at that. We have, we're actually really, really late. We're late by like 1 whole minute because we kept messing up and we are sheep stolen. And so we actually hit a 12-minute Imperial, okay? 12-minute Imperial. Look at the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard right now. We are way ahead of everyone else. Now what? Now let me tell you, the Palace of Swabia, by the way. It's the palace. That's your building you're going to put. Not only is it cheaper to build than the other one, but here's the coolest thing. Villagers are made 75% faster, and they're 75% cheaper. Okay? So what that means is you can build a villager for 12 food, and it takes 5 seconds to build. Villagers normally cost 50 food and take 20 seconds to make. So because this one building can make 4 villagers in the time it takes this to make one, that counts as 4 town centers. This is basically 4 town centers and a free upgrade to Imperial. And then you have your starters. So that's 5 towns. We have 5 town centers 12 minutes into the game. Okay? That is the absolute just crushing power. Now here's the thing. At this point, you can do whatever you want because you're gonna just you're just gonna zerg the map at this point, okay? Now, if I actually used this one to build pre-lots, which I didn't do, I kind of forgot. This is my first match of the day of waking up. You know, I had a couple hundred gold. I would throw a couple pre-lots here to buff everyone. By the way, one pre-lot costs 100 gold, and while they can buff a person to, you know, work 40% faster for 30 seconds, that means they can buff 10 people at a time. So right now, all these villagers right here, I have, what, 38 villagers? So I would need 4 pre-lots, but just having 2, basically, you know, it's 40% times 10. That's one pre-lot is basically 4 villagers worth of units, okay? So I should have done that. I didn't do that. I just want to point that out. At this point, you can play however you want. So what I do is I get a bunch of farms going, which this is not... Again, this is just for fun stuff. This is not super pro play. I don't have 300 APM anymore. I'm kind of older now. But I was an Age of Empires 2 pro gamer back in the day. I was like 21 ELO rated back on the MSN Gaming Zone, if you guys remember that stuff, right? So essentially, I'm just making a whole lot of villagers. I actually make more than 100 in this match. I put a bunch on gold. I put a bunch on wood. I put a bunch on farms. You can see my count down here in the bottom left, how many villagers I have doing what. And the point is that now I can just construct a whole buttload of barrackses. Okay, I can get all the blacksmiths up, just basically everything that I want. And then I can just start massing units, and then I can just hit population cap, okay? So we have 120 villagers at 19 minutes into the game. Now, normally, if I do my builds strictly correct without any bad placements or having sheep stolen, also, I'm getting walls up, and I want to show you the power of just being able to mass infinite units, okay? Look at my resources. I have way too much freaking food, way too much wood, and that's okay, because that's all these spearmen cost, and I'm just upgrading them. Right now, they're veterans, but if you look at my upgrades, I'm getting... I got the elite there. Oh, I'm missing a fight. So, Red actually attacks. He's got a bunch of these battering rams, and he's got a bunch of his... Chinese crossbowmen, right? They don't have much health. They're slightly upgraded. They're actually about upgraded, look, not so much more than my guys, right? But essentially, I have 45 units. I can't see how many he's got right now. At least 20 to 30-ish something. I mean, I could switch to him, but the point is that look at my resources, okay? And then look at my queue. I can just spam the hell out of these spearmen non-stop forever at this point, okay? This guy does not nearly have as much resources or worker bees as I do. And I just continue building the wall. It's like, this guy, like, his battering rams, he forgot to micro them? I don't know, like, I'm already, like, the units that I lost in that fight? Yeah, sure, I lost some units, so what? I have basically infinite food and wood at this point, okay? Yeah, the map eventually will run out of wood. But nah, it won't. There's always more wood. You just move your guys, you build a lumber camp. Also, another thing, too, that I didn't mention is, during this time I spent a lot of my gold, because I'm not spending on units, because spearmen don't take gold. It's purely on upgrades. It's on all of the, like, farming upgrades, the wood chopping upgrades, the mining upgrades. You can see, like, I have lumber camp done. I still have one more for food. Mining camp is done. I've got the market up. I've got 3 blacksmiths all pumping armor and weapon upgrades. I got the library. I've got the unit increase. I've got the marching drills. The spearmen are elites now. So they're pretty pumped, right? They have 6 body armor, 156 HP, and 6 body armor, okay? Those crossbowmen had no chance. They also run faster. They deal more damage. They deal more damage to cavalry. And at this point, like, I can just max out spearmen, send them off to die. If they blow up a few, like, look at this. He's got nest of bees. They counter infantry. Look at them. Look at this. You don't want to fight this with infantry, but I can just move into this and then pump out 100 more spearmen by the time they get blown up. But my spearmen will overwhelm the hell out of this, okay? Well, your archer does... Oh, these are palace guards. They do 14 and then minus 6. So they do 8 damage, and I have more HP than them. And my guys do 17. Their armor is 5. So my spearmen are doing more damage than his man-at-arms. I mean, these are palace guards. They're weaker than man-at-arms, but still, look at them. I already have walls up, you know, and he's gonna bust them open. Who cares? I've got a bunch of just workers that could build stuff if I wanted. I have so much resources that this is nothing. Like, even if he ran inside, even if I didn't have walls, I lost, what is this, 29 villagers? You know how fast I could build those back up? And then my ally comes with his man Gudai and kills this while... Where's my dudes at? I forget what I had my dudes doing. I think I was killing something somewhere. Oh, no, I'm coming around the backside to kill his nest of bees and his reinforcements, which he didn't reinforce. He just kind of stuck them there. So he's got 5 nest of bees, a keep. He's got... What is this? This building, I forget what it's called. It's a defensive landmark either way. It's got 10 garrison dudes in it. So he loses all his nest of bees. And look, I lost, what, 21 spearmen? Oh no. I have 10,000 of wood and food at this point, okay? And for some reason I haven't been attacked by fire lancers yet. I guess whoever's doing it on his team just is attacking someone else, or they haven't massed up enough yet because they're very expensive units that cost gold. My units are they're considered trash units. That's a term from Age of Empires 2, okay? These are trash units. I can just move into his base. If they die, who cares, right? They're so cheap, but every time one dies, more pop out, okay? And now look how many barracks I have. I have, what, 27 barracks, okay? And a whole bunch that are ready to immediately spawn upon the next one's dying. Now, I know you shouldn't max out your population because you could use the spearmen to build battering rams, so you can smash walls, which is important later. But these guys are so cheap, you just highlight like a group of them, you hold delete, you kill them. Yeah, you do lose resources, but 4v4 is a macro game. It's not so much about micro. It's not so much, oh, I'm going to lose if I lose some resources. So one of my allies is getting, you know, messed up here by the fire lancers, nest of bees, and of course these normally, when they're upgraded, the clock tower bombards from Chinese, they have 900 plus HP. Also, I just move into his base. This guy leaves after this, but yeah, it's there's really not a lot to say. This build lets you do so many different things. You don't have to make spearmen, okay? I just made spearmen because most Chinese players make fire lancers, and these are the best spearmen in the game. They have 3 extra armor over any other spearmen, and they run faster than any other spearmen in the game. That is the Holy Roman Empire's like power. And if you want, you would mix the spearmen up with Landsknecht. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Whatever, I'm not German. Sorry, guys. But you would mix these in, and these are cleave units. They will just cleave down all infantry, but they die really fast in STP. That's why I didn't build any, and they cost gold, which I only have 20 on gold. I don't have any traders. I haven't been using the market. And this guy comes in overwhelming force to kill my trash units, which is basically wasting his time, because by the time he even kills that, guess what? I have a full army ready to just send back at him again. And while that happens, I just build another layer of walls, and I have infinite resources, and I can basically summon an army in seconds. Okay, this guy has to spend all of his time fighting off spearmen. And I guarantee you, he doesn't have the he doesn't have the resources that I do, because he didn't boom at 10 minutes into the game and hit Imperial. These guys, remember, these guys like hit Imperial 10 minutes ago. I've been Imperial for about 25 minutes now. Okay, when you have Imperial age 25 minutes over your opponents, dude, it's so insane. And, you know, at this point, I'm just building, like, just random crap, tons of walls, towers. I built a whole thing of archery ranges because I can. I have infinite wood. I might as well just build, like, 30 archery ranges, research all the upgrades because I have so much gold. I'm mining stone at some point. Like, I can just send units at this dude. It doesn't matter. You just spam units and you send them off to die, and it pressures your opponent. Now, one of my teammates is actually dying here to a bunch of... Look at all these nests of bees this guy's got. Now... How many reinforcements would it take for me to kill all this? I could spam fully upgraded knights at this point with how many resources I have, and just send 100 knights at this army. And even if the knights died to the nest of bees, I would still trade better because I can just target each nest of bees, take them out, and then they're dead, right? And for the time it would take him to reinforce these nests of bees and these cannons, these bombards, it would take so long. Well, I just have, you know, 100 more spearmen ready. It's so good. Of course, my ally makes horses and dies to elite palace guards. It's fine, though, man. Like, this build lets you 1v4 if you want. And, so I'm kind of messing around with the middle here. I'm not really doing much. I'm just kind of... The way I like to play, I don't like to just end the match. Also, my teammate does have, what is it, a wonder? He built a wonder. He's building walls around it. So that's how we eventually, just a spoiler alert, that's how we eventually win. I don't really agree with it, but see, I'm over here, I'm having fun. The reason I like to play this game, I'm not trying to be a pro gamer, get high elo in 1v1s. I just want to, you know, like, wake up in the middle of 4 in the afternoon, play a 4v4, have like 1,000,000 units, be population cap the whole time. So yeah, he uses nest of bees, he kills all my my dudes. I mean, look how many nest of bees he's got. He's got so many, but that's okay. I have archers and knights now, fully upgraded, by the way. Not crossbowmen, just regular archers. And then I have so many villagers. Remember, I made like 120 villagers earlier. They can be at anywhere on the map at any time. And there is a spider that just crawled down from my ceiling in real life. And he's in my face. So, go away, spider. Crap. Not a big spider. It's okay. You can't kill me. But it's still spooky to have a spider just drop down from the ceiling and pop in front of your monitor. I know Spider Bro is a meme, but look, I got all these knights. It's like 57 knights, and I don't know how many archers there, 55 archers. So that's 100 units that I can reinforce immediately. I mean, look at my resources. Then I just have a whole bunch of villagers. They're going to get shot by nest of bees, but they still manage to make this keep. And then this guy is like, holy crap, this is too much to deal with. And, yeah, he still has his siege. He lost most of his infantry. So what? Here's another round of knights. I just made them just now because I have like 30 stables. How many? Okay, that guy's about to quit. So let me pause the game here. Yeah, 14 stables, 26 archer ranges, 27 barracks. Look how much wood I have. I can make 100 more stables if I wanted, okay? And for those that don't know, just as a little tip, what you do is you take a bunch of villagers, like just take these guys that are idle. You hit the stable button, right? You're going to hold shift and just click in one spot. You just sit there and hammer left click, and it's going to pop stables as close as possible to where you're clicking. You don't have to like go click here, click here, click here, click here. That's the slow way to do it, okay? But anyway, so this was a horrible match, by the way. I just want to say it. This was a very bad example. And then I'm like, I'm going to build a bunch of these little battering rams, smash down this wall, and just kill them. And again, infinite resources. I can reinforce forever. I have so many buildings. I have so many walls. And we're able to get that so much faster because we are able to just, we're able to Imperial so fast and have 100 villagers before anyone else. I mean, there's no one else that can make 5 town centers and hit Imperial age in that amount of time. There's just no civilization that can do it. And the reason why is because the Holy Roman Empire gets the prelate, the prelot, 40% increased gathering speed. That is, if you have all 3 like farm upgrades, that's a 45% speed upgrade, right? So at the very start of the game, you have 40%. It's insane. It's way overpowered. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Age of Empires 4 build video. For those that skipped around in the video, here's the build order once again. You can pause the screen. That's basically it. You can play however you want. You don't have to go spears. You can go crossbowmen. You can go anything you want. This is one of the most fun, easiest to remember build orders. Like, there's build orders out there that's like, oh, you got to micro this and micro that, build this at this exact time. It's like 30 different steps. This is like 7 steps. okay? There's like 7 steps. And it's so effective, it's so fun, it's so easy. All these defeats that you're seeing here, those were wonder victories, where the enemy built a wonder, and I wasn't using this build, so don't look at those. No, don't look at those. But remember, you can hit tier 4 extremely fast. 10 minutes and 30 seconds if everything is in your favor and you're awake and you're not having idle villagers. Remember, this match that I just showed you that we just watched together, this match was a horrible, horrible example, okay? You can see my population, it dips down, goes right back up. Dips down, goes right back up. Dips down, goes right back up. Everyone else that dips down, it takes them a while to go back up. Look at that. Like, sometimes it just doesn't go back up ever. Like, this guy dipped down, slowly climb back up. Guys, like, this is like the stock market build. It's like, oh no, buy on the dip, boop, right back up again. It's kind of like the Bitcoin build. I don't know, guys. Call it whatever you want. I'm Swole Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. I make a video every single day. Now, if this video does really, really well, gets lots of views, gets lots of likes, I'll make more Age of Empires 4 videos, okay? But if people don't really care about this kind of stuff, then I'll go back to making videos on other games. Anyway, guys, take care. I will see you next time.